What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Front Yard Fantasy live show brought to you by Front Yard Fantasy. I'm your host, Simon Greeneveld, joined as always by my co-host in blue, John-Luke Garofalo. How's it going, my friend?
Pretty good, pretty good. Feeling a little blue today. How you doing, Simon?
A little blue, a little green, maybe. A little green. My tummy hurts a little bit.
Trembles?
It has some Tommy trembles going on, but that's okay. Nothing new. In fact, they're better than my Tommy trembles have been. I know everybody knows I love some Taco Bell, but I've officially cut out not just Taco Bell, but all dairy from my diet entirely, going on about a month now.
Wow.
We're hitting the 4-week mark of not consuming 1 ounce of lactose into this body. And it's made a world of a difference. Me and
Really?
I imagine Hunter Renfro probably is lactose intolerant just from looking at him.
Man, if only you had listened all those years to all those doctors telling you you're lactose intolerant.
Yeah, and spicy food, which has hurt more. But Jale, if you had to pick one NFL player that's likely severely lactose intolerant, which NFL player screams, "I can't eat cheese without shitting myself"? Sorry,
I mean,
Grandma,
Lamar Jackson's an easy one. Who else has got like a troublesome body? I feel like there's someone who's always sick.
Lamar comes to mind immediately because of that shrimp linguine. Drew Brees avoids dairy. Aaron Rodgers cut out dairy to improve health. And Joe Burrow follows it. I'm reading it right now. I Googled it. Joe Burrow follows a strict dairy-free, high-protein diet.
Wow. No dairy.
Just quarterbacks, I guess. It's me and all the white QBs who are lactose intolerant in this league.
I bet you Roger Goodell's lactose intolerant.
Oh, for sure, but he still eats it. He wears a diaper on stage during the NFL draft. He has a Taco Bell cheesy gordita crunch and then just rips ass the entire draft.
Don't hug me too tight.
Puts a muffler in. I bet he has a device that goes into the butt that muffles his farts. Turns it into like claps and cheers in the background, or maybe boos to really hide it.
It's an elaborate way to get around this.
You don't have a butt muffler?
Nope. It's more of like a butt duck call, if anything.
Well, John-Luke, today I've been missing playing games with you on this show. We've had some people in the chat saying they want to play some games as well. So I prepared a game for you of Fantasy Feud. We got some lists of players. I got some questions for you. You're going to have 3 strikes on each page to tell me the names that you think are on that list. There's a little bit of thinking involved, a little bit of memory involved, and a lot of ball talk involved. I'm going to pull it up and then we can get started here shortly.
Let's do it.
Also, quick update on something that was asked yesterday. Free agents cannot sign yet. They cannot sign until March 11th. March 11th is the date that free agents are allowed to start signing contracts. So we got a couple weeks here. How many weeks is that? Probably like 1, 2, 3 weeks from tomorrow until we can start seeing free agent signings. And I bet we see Mike Evans sign the moment it's available. I'm sticking with that prediction. And you are muted.
With the Bucks?
With the Bucks. Or no, not necessarily with the Bucks. I take that back. I just repeated what you said. Like I agreed fully whenever I didn't. The Bucks are either going to have worked something out by then or respect him enough to give him the opportunity to start discussing contracts with other teams, and he'll have something lined up ready to go by that date.
I could see it. He was definitely top of that list. Tyreek Hill, not top.
You think Mike Evans is still the top target on that free agency list?
No. Does George Pickens count?
Yeah, they're probably going to franchise tag him, but I'd say he counts. He's probably the top name on that list, given his age and skill level.
A lot of teams would want him.
I don't know, Deebo Samuel, but he's getting older too. I bet Jawan Jennings signs the largest contract out of these names that isn't a franchise tag deal. And I don't necessarily agree with it. He just seems like the kind of player that teams are going to overpay for.
I hate it.
You hate it?
I hate it.
It might be the dude for Cam Ward. We got Uneasy Allies in the chat. What's up, Uneasy? Welcome in, my friend.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
You ready to play?
I'm ready.
Here's how it's going to work. You got 3 strikes. You're going to give me names. I'm going to click on them if you're there. I'm going to give you a big old bonk. If they're not, 3 bonks, and we move on to the next question. But here's your first question. What I want to know, is name the 8 quarterbacks that led 4 or more game-winning drives during the 2025 NFL regular season. The stat game-winning drive, just for clarity, is defined as a team that, one, has to win the game. They had to possess the ball either in the fourth quarter or overtime, and the offense had to score during that possession that led to the game-winning points. So it cannot be a defensive score. It has to be an offensive-led drive in the fourth quarter or overtime, which points led to winning that game directly.
Okay.
While you're thinking, I'm going to get Dame in here and say, hi. What's up, Dame? Welcome.
What up, Dame?
Just in time for some Fantasy Feud.
Fantasy Feud. All right. There's so many different places I could start here. But I'm just going to start at the start. Let's go with Matthew Stafford.
Matthew Stafford.
That is a one. Not one.
Your first guess. He did maybe 1, but definitely not 4. The question is not 1 game-winning drive. The question is 4 or more game-winning drives during the 2025 NFL season. Maybe the Rams were too good. You have to be trailing in order for it to be a game-winning drive. You cannot just be ahead by 10 and then score another touchdown in the fourth quarter for it to win.
Okay, so who was closest, or who just had like a lot of behind wins?
A lot of behind wins. Oh, I got some behind wins. I got some behind losses this week.
Let's go with. I want to say Bryce Young, but I don't know if he got 4 wins. I'm terrified. Let's go with. Let's go with C.J. Stroud. Maybe that defense kept him in.
C.J. Stroud, JL. You are off to a very poor start in this game.
Mm-hmm.
JL, think of teams that had a lot of close games. That's
what I just said, Simon, and I couldn't. That's literally what I said. I got to think of teams that had close wins.
Oh, well, I just thought maybe you would have thought of a right answer down that path.
Yeah, you would have thought. Let's go Bryce Young. Fuck it.
Bryce Young, F it. JL says Bryce Young. Is this strike number 3?
Probably.
No, it is answer number 3. Bryce Young had 6 game-winning drives during the 2025 NFL season. JL, you are on the board. You're not getting skunked in this one. Ladarius stopping by. What's up, Ladarius? Says definitely Shane Falco.
Maria and I went out to eat the other day, and they had the replacements on the TV. And I had the distinct honor to describe the replacements movie to Maria. I was like, oh, you're going to love this. We got to watch this sometime. Keanu Reeves plays the quarterback. Shane Falco. It's great. It's a classic.
Should I add that one to my list of movies that I should have seen, but I haven't seen that I need to watch?
Simon. I'm not even going to answer that. So you know what to do.
Let me add it to the list. I have a running list on my computer of movies that people say you got to watch that I haven't seen.
Tyler Shuck movie recommendations.
Okay. What was it again? The Replacements. It's right underneath Braveheart on the list.
You can move it above Braveheart, I think.
Okay. We got the 3 Godfathers, 2 Predators, 4 Lethal Weapons, both Top Guns, Die Hard, 300, the 3 Terminators, Total Recall, Goodfellas, RoboCop, Pulp Fiction, the 3 Matrix movies, Braveheart, and now The Replacements.
I love that you have a legit list that you read off to us. That's great.
I'm keeping it. And one day I'm going to start checking them off, but not today.
You haven't seen The Matrix? Any of the Matrices?
No, I haven't seen a single Matrice.
Oh my God. Okay. Next question.
It's the same question.
Same question. Next wrong answer. Am I supposed to be out of the chat?
Up to you. You can take answers from the chat. This can be a team effort, or you can free ball
bring
it.
In the chat on this one because the chat is unified, and I didn't get out of chat. Now I've seen the name. I can't not see the name. It's Caleb Williams. Let's go, Caleb. That sounds right. He threw that amazing game-winning touchdown drive.
I talked all postseason about how clutch he was. You questioned me over and over again. Is he? Well, JL, he is. He also had 6 game-winning drives this season. The Bears winning a lot of close games this year. And Caleb Williams, the piece that made it happen. He'd miss wide open receivers from 5 yards away through the first 3 quarters. And then in the fourth quarter, that dude would just lock in, do the most amazing thing you've ever seen.
Yeah, no, he was pretty good. Not clutch enough to make it to the Super Bowl, but clutch enough to get part of the way there.
God,
and
yeah,
get 6 game-winning drives out of it, I guess.
I love that Ben Johnson, Caleb Williams combo. Like, I love that it's working. I love that they figured it out a couple weeks into the season, and then their vibes together are just so much fun on the sideline.
I'm excited to see how this Ben Johnson narrative continues. Like it feels like he's working his way up to a villain arc here in the NFL.
I completely agree. I completely agree. I love the villain arc.
He's establishing these little like rivalries this year. He's got like a little network of people working against him.
Dude, and people don't like Caleb either. Like, so you've got these two guys who I think just kind of like thrive on that hate, and they're like, bring it on, baby.
Yeah.
And the Bears are a franchise, I feel like, that they've been too bad to hate for a while, but the second they get good, like, that's a hateable franchise too. I feel like it's just going to be so much fun to see them elevate into that good villain if they continue on this trajectory.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're back to the board.
You got two. I gotta go 2 strikes.
2 strikes. I'm gonna get my third right here, probably. But this guy was MVP last year. Was in the conversation for MVP this year. Let's go with Josh Allen. Big boy Josh Allen.
Big boy Josh Allen on the disappointing Bills, who yet again didn't make the playoffs. Is Josh Allen on the board? Indeed, he is, with 4 game-winning drives this season. Mr. Clutch, 6'12" of himself, running through the snow in Buffalo. Every time they say his height, I swear they add like 3 inches.
6'9", Josh Allen. Insanely tall, handsome. He's got it all. Good job, Josh Allen.
We got my mom stopping by saying grandma in the house for FYF. What's up, grandma?
Glad to have you here.
And mom, welcome in.
All right, now I got to pick another one. This guy, he fought through all the pain, all the injuries. He did it for his papa, his kind of new papa, Mr. Jimmy Harbaugh. Let's go with Justin Herbert.
Justin Herbert, John Luke.
No.
That is your 3rd strike, but you did not get skunked. You got 3 of these correct before you got ghosted. Now I'm going to go to the chat if there are other answers in there. And Jail, you can keep throwing them out as well. There's one name in the chat. Uneasy Allies guest Trevor Lawrence. Well, Uneasy sitting here at number 4 is Trevor Lawrence with 5 game-winning drives. Nice pull on that one.
Okay, let's just throw Sam Darnold in there. Did he get any?
Sam Darnold, number 6, also had 4 game-winning drives. Got that one right in overtime, JL.
Wow.
You're missing number 1. There was one team that was very famous, like this season, just kept winning close games over and over and over again.
Who?
All the way to the number 1 seed and home field advantage in the playoffs.
The Rams?
The Rams were the 5 seed. Panthers were not the 1 seed.
The Broncos?
I
don't know.
It's the Broncos, JL. Bo Nix led 7 game-winning drives this season. That team repeatedly pulled a win out of nothing.
That's Sean Payton right there. That's some veteran coach experience where you can just slice up a game, like a win, a dub when you shouldn't have.
100%. We hate him, but he's a good coach. That is bad man, good coach. And not bad in the complimentary way. Bad in like the naughty. Shame on you, Sean.
Yeah. Oh, okay, so we still got 7 and 8 here left. Could it be Baker? I feel like he wasn't clutch.
He did it 4 times, though. Baker Mayfield, early in the season, he was that MVP candidate, kept pulling stuff out. But that was all, if I had to guess, towards the beginning of the season that he pulled that off.
Yeah, probably.
Number 7's tough. Number 7 doesn't scream clutch quarterback, doesn't scream great season.
Penix?
They did make, not Penix. They did make the playoffs. They lost in the playoffs to another quarterback listed here.
I can't remember any of that.
They got a plethora of wide receiver 2s that we talked about yesterday. No true 1, it seems like.
Oh, Love.
Jordan Love is the last one on this list with 4 game-winning drives. He was probably one of those
I would never have picked him in 1,000 years.
I was surprised. The rest of these names kind of make sense. I feel like we pulled a lot of them. Jordan Love was a little bit surprising to me. What
Yeah.
this showed me, though, is there is variance every year in the NFL. There's a little bit of luck involved. Like you mentioned, coaching plays a big part in it. But when you win 7 games by a possession in the fourth quarter or overtime, that screams, uh-oh, to me a little bit. It could be upward trajectory, and maybe they're going to get better and they won't do that next year. But we've also seen it where it flips the other way. And all of a sudden, those 7 one-score games that went your direction go the other way. And you go from the 1 seed to barely making the playoffs or missing it next year. Of these teams up here, let's look at just the ones with like 5 or more. So Trevor Lawrence, Bryce Young, Caleb Williams, Bo Nix. Which team do you think is at most risk of falling off, of having the variance fall the other direction next season? And I don't think I'm going to like your answer.
Did you restrict which ones I could pick, or any of them up there?
I was saying, let's look at that first column first, since those are the guys that did it the most. Jaguars, Panthers, Bears, Broncos. We can talk about those other 4 next. But of these teams that they did it a lot, 5 or more times, 5 games plus winning by 1 possession in the fourth quarter or overtime is pretty significant.
Yeah. I think that Bo Nix will likely do it again. Like I said, the coaching there really, I think, buoys him. He's young, talented, and he's got a very experienced head coach in there who's just helping him progress quickly. Caleb Williams, it's a similar situation, not as experienced of a head coach in there, but very intelligent, smart head coach. So they seem to be making it work. I think he'll continue to get better, but Caleb's got work to do this offseason for sure. He needs to be more clutch. He needs to be more consistently clutch.
He needs to require less of these game-winning drives. He needs to require less of the most amazing throw you've ever seen in your entire life to win a game.
Yeah, I would like to see
it's not sustainable.
Not on this list next year.
Me too. And that's not an anti-Caleb take. That's a pro-Caleb take. Let's see you do it in quarter 2.
Right. Bryce Young could absolutely be back on this list. They at least took a step this season, but they still have more steps to take before they're a robust team. I think everybody was surprised they made it to the playoffs.
I think what's buoying them a little bit is their division.
Yes.
Their division is still pretty poo-poo. Maybe the Buccaneers turn it around, have a better year next year, but it's arguably the weakest division in football, and it helps a little bit when you throw 6 of those games on the schedule to help a quarterback like this. But I do agree with you. That's one that really jumps out at me as a little bit scary.
Yeah, and Trevor,
you throw 3 of those the other way, and they got a losing record. Know what I mean? That's how close they were on this.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And there are points in the season where you would have been like, yeah, that's what they should be. That's what they should be at. That's not a good team. Yeah, they still have pieces to fix there, but Tedero McMillan, he was great this year. Bryce Young, if they can get it going and get an offensive line that's not that's short enough for Bryce Young to throw over, then it's going to be great.
Do you think teams with short quarterbacks purposefully try to look for slightly shorter offensive linemen?
It feels like shouldn't you?
Shouldn't you get the stocky guys instead of the tall guys? Maybe stocky guys with long arms.
Yeah,
you want those big wingspan guys, ones that can that when they're not sticking their arms up, there's a window for Bryce to throw over.
Just imagining like a stubby NBA player, but stubby.
You take Victor
their arms but the same length.
Drag the corners and then pull the sides out.
Do that on an NBA player. Greg in the chat says meow. Meow right back.
Trevor Lawrence, I think, is an interesting one for me. That's the one that I think I have the biggest question mark on. Caleb, I'm hoping, like you said, we see improvement where it's unnecessary to be on this list. Bo Nix has the benefit of coaching. He should be fully healthy by even off-season training camp. That team seems like a team on the rise. Maybe I'm foolish, but that also seems like a really positive situation. The Jaguars kind of came out of nowhere with that improvement. Trevor put together his best season maybe since 2022, arguably ever. His second good season in the NFL since he's been in there. And I think this is a question of, is this the new Trevor because of Liam Cohen in the building, or is this another fluke season? He had a good season a couple years back, and then it's been rough ever since. Or is this the new standard for Trevor Lawrence? I've got a big old question mark there next to the Jaguars.
And I think that's fair. I'm guessing you fall on a similar side to me here, where we both believe in Trevor Lawrence's talent.
Yeah.
He's a good quarterback. He needs to develop into his full evolution, his full form. Let me just pull this up real quick, though. His player profile. These are his stats from this past year. Number 6 in pass attempts, number 4 in deep ball attempts, number 4 in red zone attempts, number 11 in that doesn't matter. Number 4, that doesn't matter. Where's the other one that I was looking at?
Passing yards, air yards, money throws. This is all like top 10, top 5 in the league is what we're looking at in most of these stats.
Yeah. So the Jaguars clearly passed a lot this year. If they continue that pass game heavy approach to it, Trevor Lawrence is likely going to be good. Liam Cohen seems to know what he's doing. He seems to be making good decisions. Maybe Travis Etienne, he is another year older. If they don't bolster that running back room and get a star in there, someone who forces them to use the ground more, then I could see just another repeat for Trevor. And he's still learning, so I could see some more close games. They're still figuring themselves out. Definitely not a dominant team yet. And the other parts of the team are figuring out, not just Trevor.
Etienne's a free agent, so there's a chance Etienne is not back on that Jaguars team next year as well, and we're looking at Bashal Tootin leading the way.
Oh, I can't wait
toot,
for that. Toot, on board.
Well, John Luke, I got one more question for you that we're going to run through here. What I want to know is name the 7 wide receivers that scored more than 10 PPR points per game, but only played in 10 or fewer games during the 2025 regular season. So these are guys that were injured, suspended, or missed time for some other reason, but were good for fantasy whenever they were in. The reason I'm asking this question is these guys often get forgotten in fantasy drafts coming up the next year. We're looking at these leader lists, and these guys are hiding down near the bottom, but it's not because they didn't play well. It's because they didn't play much.
Okay. Wide receivers, more than 10 PPR points per game, fewer than 10 games. So maybe
10 or fewer. So
10 or fewer. So
yeah.
Inclusive. What about, I hate the first start of this because I feel like I'm just going to 2X it and then 2 strike it and then and then be stuck on the edge again. Let's go Terry McLaurin.
Terry McLaurin, John Luke is number 6, averaged 11.42 points per game in the games that he did play this season. Are you expecting Terry to come back and be productive for fantasy next year, especially if Debo leaves that team?
Oh, yeah, that'll be great. Terry McLaurin's definitely the guy there. Jaden Daniels will hopefully be back and healthy and not re-injured again this upcoming season. Jaden, please.
Please, my friend.
And hopefully they play less of that chunky soup commercial this season too. I would like that very much because I'm pretty sick of that one.
Yeah, that one's not great.
No, they could have made that a lot better. They
could have made that so much better.
Yeah. But yeah, I think Terry McLaurin, it's he's got the new contract. Everything's looking good now. Got a nice little like easy first year on that contract. Nice little slow roll.
Take some time off. Let Debo take the spotlight. All your quarterbacks injured, then come back and kill it with your QB the next year.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm bullish on Terry. Who else is in this list? Is it Malik Neighbors is in this list?
Malik Neighbors is number 2 on this list, 14.28 points per game. I feel like I don't even need to ask this one. He's the dude there in New York, right? Especially with Harbaugh coming to town. He's got to be the focal piece of that offense almost.
Oh, yeah. If you remember his rookie year, he had Daniel Jones thrown into him for part of the year, and then he had some other random quarterbacks, DeVito and stuff. Neighbors, nice allies. He was incredible. Like his ability to snag a contested catch or just get these like crazy catches is kind of unreal. We have not seen him let loose with Jackson Dart, and that is going to be fun.
That will be fun. I am excited. I hope this doesn't fizzle out in the way that New York Giants seasons sometimes do. I hope all this hype builds into what like we're expecting from an excitement standpoint, but I'm buying in. I'm not expecting that. I'm assuming that this is going to be awesome. Also, Uneasy Allies, are you dressed as Waluigi in that photo? Wow.
No,
That's
that's
awesome.
fire.
We
It's
need
like the
your
worst Mario
best.
character, but the best
Hey,
costume of it.
he's the best Mario character. You know why he exists?
No, you have a terrible opinion.
The origin of Waluigi is that Wario needed a tennis partner in the first Mario tennis game for doubles. And so they created Waluigi specifically to be his tennis partner in that
An
game.
afterthought. That makes sense.
Jill, sometimes afterthoughts are the best thoughts.
Sometimes, but not in this case.
And he said, yes, confirmed. Waluigi got
Yeah.
excellent taste in Mario characters. Okay, John Luke, who else is on this list?
All right, Malik Neighbors, Terry McLaurin. Who else is it? What about I don't know if he played 10 or fewer. What about Nico Collins?
Nico Collins. Nico Collins not on this list. I think he played more than 10 games, if I'm not mistaken. But I will pull up why he didn't get into this category.
How many games did he play? Did I miss that?
See, I'm finding out right
injured.
now. He played in 15 games this season.
15? Yeah, I missed that. Who was I thinking of?
He probably just didn't want to watch the Texans most of the time. That was a pretty miserable team to watch.
Yeah. All right, first X. What about
Pretty good though. You got 2 on the board before your first X this time.
let's go with Mike Evans.
Mike Evans, John Luke sneaking onto the list at 10.6 points per game. Got that one correct. We've talked a decent bit about Mike Evans already the past 2 days, but I want to know, are you worried about him from a fantasy standpoint if he switches teams?
If he switches teams, maybe maybe a little bit. I'm definitely adjusting my expectations. If he goes to the Buccaneers, it'll depend on how the market, where they decide they are on Mike Evans, as for where I feel like I'm going to land, because I think he'll be good in Tampa Bay again. I was surprised by how well he came back from that shattered collarbone injury, whatever.
Joe, I think that's a great point that you said there. Is often we rely on our own analysis, but sometimes you can, not always, but sometimes you can follow what these teams are doing. They have professional scouts in there. If the market's not there for Mike Evans outside of the Buccaneers, if he gets a lower number than you expected, they might be telling you something about the NFL's expectations for Mike Evans next season. Pay attention to that. It doesn't mean nothing. You see guys outperform it, you see guys underperform it, but there's a reason those numbers exist, and it is professionals whose careers are on the line valuing these players and making those decisions.
Yeah, there's real stakes involved, real money, real time, real power on the line.
And we don't like steak here.
Nope. Oh my God, I didn't have another name ready now. Who else was injured a lot this year? One was Romeo Dobbs, but I don't think that he had 10 points a game. That would be really surprising to me. Oh, what about oh no, I don't want to lose on this guess. No.
Remember, it's not just injuries. There's other reasons people can miss time as well.
Like prior engagement.
Like prior engagements. Yes. Like they had a lot of weddings to attend this football season, or legal reasons. Suspensions can also come into play.
True. That's a good clue, Simon. So maybe I'd go with Rashee Rice. I don't think he played 10.
Maybe you would, and maybe he's number 1 on this list at 18.76 points per game before he was suspended for the year.
He was so good when he came back.
Are we expecting that from him again next year? He did that in a bad Chiefs offense. Imagine if they're good again next year.
I mean, you mentioned the Chiefs might get a wide receiver earlier in the show, I think, or yesterday, and I think that's likely. They'll probably try to address that position, especially with Kelsey now getting older again. Why doesn't that guy just stop getting older?
I know. Also, why doesn't he retire? You've done it all, man. Your body's probably throwing an absolute fit every time you step on the field. It has to hurt to block those guys at your age after everything you've done.
Yeah, just go out on top.
I feel like every time I'd hit a block, I'd be like, oh God, why am I doing this?
What was this for?
I'm not 24 anymore. I feel that sometimes when I just like walk my dog a little too far.
That was too much. I need to slow down. All right, 10 or fewer games. Let's see. Let me think of another one here.
You can hit up the chat for help if you want at this point.
I don't know if he played. Let's go with Brandon Ayuk.
Brandon Ayuk. Not on this
Did he play
list,
any
John
games?
Luke. That is going to be your second strike. I don't know if he played in any. We're going to find out right now. A lot of guys named Brandon in the league. Can't just type Brandon. I recommend typing Ayuk if you're looking for him. Now, he didn't play at all this season. So
Damn it.
that is fewer than 10 games, but that is no PPR points.
Damn it. I really thought he played in the beginning of the season.
Or it could be an undefined amount of points. 0 points over 0 games.
Yeah. Jacoby Myers definitely played in all the games. Devontae Adams definitely played in all the games. T. Higgins played in 10 probably.
There's one big old one you're missing that you're going to go, farts whenever you hear it.
I don't think DK Metcalf missed 10 games. He missed some games, though. Big old one. Who's a big old? Darnell Washington's a tight end. That's not a wide receiver, Simon.
Oh, maybe big old one in terms of like magnitude, not physical size.
Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill is on this list at number 4, 13.38 points per game. Was not the big fish I was talking about, but he is on this list and is a pretty big fish as well.
Yeah. No, that just popped into my head. And now a free agent.
An unrestricted free agent. Cut, released, out of here, leave Miami.
Crazy. So now we got 2 more, and this player had, or this number 3 had in between Tyreek and Malik Neighbors.
Maybe he goes to Vegas and pairs with like the goofiest positive quarterback of all time in Francisco Mendoza. Maybe that's the match made in heaven that we didn't know. Tyreek Hill and Francisco Mendoza just kind of like balance each other out a little bit.
I could see it. That might be Tyreek.
The goofiest with the least goofy. I think it might work.
It might work.
Everyone looks good in black and silver, though, man. Like you could put anyone in those jerseys and they look sick.
You know who I didn't see this year was Amari Cooper.
Amari Cooper, is that your final guess?
No, that's not my guess.
Oh.
I'm just saying I didn't see him. I don't know if he played even.
I think he's just I don't think he played this year.
I don't think he did either.
He did not. I don't know if he's retired or if he's injured or what's going on, but he was not in the NFL this year after spending time with Cleveland and Buffalo last year.
Brandon Cooks, I don't think he got to 10 points per game. He's definitely not in the one of these in this category. Did Godwin play enough games? I don't know that he scored enough either. Dude, I'm struggling to remember wide receivers.
They're the ones that catch the ball but aren't as big as Travis Kelce.
Oh. I don't think he got it. CeeDee Lamb.
CeeDee Lamb. That is your third strike. Oh. Strike number 3, JL. There was one in the chat that you did not get. Uneasy Allies getting that one.
Damn it, Allies.
Wilson coming in at number 3. Right there below Malik Neighbors. That was the big old fish I was talking about. The big name, the hype this preseason going into it, and then just injured.
I tried to trade for him so badly, and then it just didn't work out, and I was so happy it didn't work out.
Don't you love whenever that happens when like you're desperate to get – I remember I tried to trade a guy in our Dynasty League for David Johnson an entire offseason, just over and over and over again. He would not bite. And then he broke his leg in week 1 and never played well again for the rest of his career. And like I was sending crazy offers, like things that would be like so laughable at this point. And I was just like, oh, thank God JJ didn't want that.
Thank God. Suck it.
Not JJ Zacharyson, different JJ. JJ Zacharyson 100% would have sold me David Johnson for the offers I was sending him.
JJ, suck it.
And your last one, on the same team as the quarterback that we had a hard time getting last time. But not Romeo Dobbs, like you said.
I don't remember now.
It is Christian Watson was the last player there. 13.24 points per game.
That's the dumbest option there.
You said that's the dumbest option there? Why, you think he's...
that's like the points per game cheat code. That's where points per game breaks down, is on a Christian Watson right there.
And that's what I was going to say is I think this can signal two things whenever you're looking at this is a player that it should make you look whenever you see something like this. Whenever a player has this point out look, but that doesn't mean 100% they're going to be a value. You can be a victim of a small sample size and these players overperformed in a small stretch of games and then didn't have the opportunity to go back towards the mean, or you're identifying a value, someone who showed what they can do and then had their season cut short. You got to determine what
make
you're
that
looking at
decision every time you encounter this.
every time, but make sure you're looking at the names like this whenever you go into your draft, so you're not overlooking these injured players, because there is value hiding amongst the lower ranked wide receivers and dudes who just didn't play the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Well, Jay, you know your injured wide receivers better than you know your game-winning quarterbacks. You got
But
most
I don't
of
really
them
know
on
either
there.
too well.
You got 5 out of 7 on that list, and Christian Watson doesn't count, like we said.
And some big old fat clues.
Some big old fat clues. But yeah, but you didn't even get the one I gave you a big old fat clue for.
Exactly. It's making my point. Look how dumb I am.
I think you're pretty smart, JL. Don't define yourself by my games.
Shut your mouth.
Guys, that is going to be it for us today. I hope you enjoyed playing along with us. We're going to have more games, more ball talk, football talk the rest of this week. So pay attention to our Twitter at FrontYardFYF. Hit the notification bell on our YouTube at FYF. And we will see y'all on the flip flop.
Yes, sir.
Adios.